It's the fourth day of 14 at the French Open Tennis Championships in Paris. The big surprise yesterday, Boris Becker going out in straight sets to the Frenchman Rudolf Gilbert.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Penk's Radio Nightmares.
Oh, yeah.
This is Steve Penk with more Radio Nightmares, and we start this time with some sports news.
That will be an infringement for a push on the City keeper, who at the moment has 2 balls in his hand.
Sadadeo Adebayo comes into the England side for their match with Canada on Saturday. He replaces Wasps' Alan Buzzer, who must serve a mandatory 3-week rest period after hitting his head on a rock-hard pitch.
I didn't give you the at-the-crease question, did I, to enter the competition? Who's the Derbyshire captain? Now, that's a little mistake on my part. I think perhaps everyone's falling about in here now. I'm going to have to ask you another question, I'm afraid, aren't I?
A magnum of champagne from Berry Brothers and Rudd to give away. I hope you've got your pen and papers and cassette recorders at the ready, because I've lost the first 3 questions. Hang on. I'm so organised with everything else and I can't find the questions. I will read the first 3 questions out, if I can find them. Somebody's nicked them. Believe it. Here we go. I shall read the first 3 questions out. Organised here, Howard. And then we'll have some music, and then I'll read the second 3 questions, including the lost chord, and we'll open the phone lines. Stop laughing.
You are listening to Steve Penk's Radio Nightmares.
Hello, you're on the air.
Now, Susan Ashley of Wilbraham Road, Chawton-cum-Hardy, Manchester, she's noting all my little problems in the kitchen in the week, like shaking up the full bottle of milk without noticing that the top was half off and throwing milk all over the kitchen. She says, have you ever made yourself a cup of toffee? I haven't actually done that, Susan, but I have brushed my teeth with shaving cream. Something was supposed to happen then. Why has nothing happened? I don't know. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do something else. We'll do this. Yes, hang on a minute. Good heavens. We've got a faulty machine, you see. That's what's happened. I'll tell you what, we won't... Oh, yes, there it is. Good heavens. This programme's live, you see.
The Old Bailey, the police have been accused of taking sides and turning a blind eye when black people complained of racist attacks. Tim Crook reports.
Well, I got a black eye and he was asking me about my black eye. And I told him I got beaten up by a few boys and he asked me if I got...
That is not the right tape, quite clearly not Tim Crook reporting from the Old Bailey. I'm being left here in some confusion, to put it mildly. And if you think that you're confused, I certainly am.
How have you seen the films change over the years?
Well, you tell me. Have you seen the films change over the years? Have you seen the films change over the years?
Have the films have changed? And of course
Yeah, and I suppose a lot of people use their cars to go to other cinemas, did they?
Pardon?
A lot of people use their cars to go to other cinemas.
The title picture?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're on about.
Tell me, was the reaction among American newsmen there a bit of concern about their own safety?
No, not at all. They were wandering around and got the usual fairly friendly reaction from the crowd, even when they identified themselves as Americans.
Yeah, that's the most strange thing about Iran. It's actually quite a friendly place when you're actually working there, as long as you don't...
Chris, I'm fed up with this. I can't talk with you as hanging over me. Look, I'm sorry. I'm having a bit of trouble with my good friend and hostess, so we've been on the go for about 15 hours.
It was reported even that a leading British psychologist had claimed that well-trained criminals could beat lie detector tests by concentrating on erotic or naughty thoughts. Is that our lie detector? Where were you on the night of the 12th? Ooh, Mrs. A 1954 stock car racing was seen in Britain for the first time. Would you shut up? There's no point in carrying on, really, is there? All right, we'll carry on then. Stock car racing 1954 for the first time. New Cross in London and continues to this day on the A4.
You are listening to Steve Penk's Radio Nightmares.
What can people expect if they haven't seen you live and if they come down to the show? Because I know for you, you have notoriously a brilliant live set.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, I think what they could expect a little bit differently from what they're hearing right now in your show is like kind of more electronic sounds, more synthesizers. Kevin plays electric guitar normally, and Doris normally plays electric bass, and there's a full drum kit, and it's sort of like a larger kind of iteration of these tunes, but also with these kind of more organic instruments.
Okay, that's a very literal answer. Thank you, Jude. That was absolutely
sorry. No, it's going to be f***ing awesome.
No, we can't say that, Judah. No, I apologise, listeners, for anybody who's offended.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Don't worry. Let's soothe them with a lovely song, Judah. How about Generator Second Floor?
We'll try to erase that right quick.
You are listening to Steve Penk's Radio Nightmares.
Hello, you're on the air.
He said he'd had an emergency defecation situation and needed to use her bathroom, but the judge in the case found he had a sexual motive.
An emergency defecation situation.
Anyway, carry on, Hillary.
Yeah, just as you
I'm having one myself. Because this next story is so tragic, I cannot be laughing. Right. Investigators believe a bomb caused the explosion on a plane which has just taken off from the Somali capital of Mogadishu. The blast blew a hole in the side of the plane, and one of the 74 passengers on board was sucked out, which is terrible. And I'm not laughing at that. As the plane was at relatively low altitude, there was no violent decompression, and it held together. No one has responsibility. Today could be the day I lose my job. Still, I'd get to Lion.
This is Steve Penk's Radio Nightmares.
First for news.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Sarah Eustace. Hundreds of thousands of people have left disappointed this new year after celebrations were cancelled. Glasgow, Belfast and Liverpool pulled their planned outdoor events because of bad weather. Driving rain and winds of up to 70 miles an hour forced Edinburgh to scrap its world-famous Hogmanay party. Revellers who'd come from far and wide to join in were let down.
We've come all the way over halfway around the world for this.
Steve Penk's Radio Nightmares.
Wow.
So long since I've heard that song. Just brilliant. Wilson Phillips and Hold On. Today's best Music. Bourbons, B&B. Got a great song to play next. Basically, it's the best summer song of the year. It is a great tune. Former hit for 40 UK #1, and I'll play that next. Yeah. Birmingham's B&B.
Steve Penk's Radio Nightmares.
Right, let me explain what's happening in this next Radio Nightmare. This guy is really struggling with the equipment. He's pressed his microphone pre-fade button, which means he can hear himself, but he can't hear the music. But the listeners can. He thinks there's a major problem, but there actually isn't. He's just pressed the wrong button by mistake. Result? Absolute nightmare. And this is exactly how it went out on the air.
A spirited performance from Jackson 5 and I Want You Back. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you, originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and now from Portland, Oregon, the Shins. What happened there? What happened to the Shins? Where are my Shins gone? Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay, somebody's gonna pay for this. Very nasty. Okay, Keep talking amongst yourselves. We'll be all right in the end, I'm sure.
No song that I could sing, but I can try for your heart and our dreams.
Yes. Yes, that's something very strange is happening here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got enough experience to cope with this situation, I can tell you.
Why we're here and where do we go? And how come it's so hard? It's not always easy, and sometimes life can be deceiving.
An emergency occurs.
I'll tell you one thing, it's always better when we're together.
Ah, dear, it's not April the 1st, is it? No. If we do that there, let me see. What happens? Nothing happens there. Well, I wonder if Warren Lee can hear me, because, Warren, we have an emergency situation here. Well, for a music station, it's pretty bad, because there's no music playing out. No, nothing whatsoever. Hello, Warren.
Hello, Richard.
Hello, mate. Thank you so much for giving me that good 15 to 20 minutes.
I was around the corner.
There is an obvious thing going on here, except I can't see it.
It's Easter Sunday, that's the obvious thing.
It's Easter Sunday.
We should be here.
That's right. Now, apparently, well, I've certainly got 5.5 minutes to make up.
Right.
So I was just about to read from my short but sweet autobiography.
Oh, yes.
My Life as a Twat. What have I done here, my old mate?
Right, let's have a look.
Yeah. See? Because as much as I'd like to wake management up at this, it could seriously affect our future careers. Yeah, good, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. All looks in order, doesn't it?
Well, what are your plans for this afternoon, Richard?
What do you mean I'll have to do the washing up to pay this lot off? This is Warren Lee, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look, the phone's going. Could that be a listener with a suggestion?
Mate, with a soldering iron, perhaps. A little bit of flex, and we'll be okay.
But you see, the CD player's not working. So much for the emergency backup. I did try it on that one, but that one's not working. Ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you're enjoying this. You see, between us, Warren Lee and myself have about 500 years' experience in radio. And that's
yours is 499.
Thank you so much.
The rest of mine's technical.
Okay, I'm just tired. You want to see me when I'm fresh?
What happens if I press this button?
I don't know. Press it and find out. Well, it should come up here on CD1. This is not rocket science. Do you know, I'm so looking forward to seeing how this resolves itself. Because we've got, only 2 hours before Timmy gets in. Right. Yeah. 2 minutes, good enough.
Right, well, you tell us about your plans for this afternoon, perhaps.
My plans for this afternoon?
Press another button.
Pardon?
I'm going to press another button.
Yeah, okay, well, you press away. What is this? I wonder what people are getting at home. I mean, what did you hear out there? Was there any music?
Well, I was wandering through, and I heard my name. I came in to help.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's good. But you see, if I actually, and for you at home, what I'm doing is. So we don't.
We have to have you on.
We don't have the dignity of being able to go quiet.
Well, should we put you in another studio, perhaps?
I say, what a splendid idea, Warren.
Right, I don't know how we do that, but we could always try.
We could try.
Yes.
We could try. Would you like to try?
Well, I'm going to go next door and put a
See if
CD
you
on
can
in
get
the
Mr.
studio.
Evington. He'll love it. I mean, it's not that early. It's only 8:20. Oh, hold on a minute. There's a message coming in. On air sounds good to me. We can hear music. Keep going. It's very funny. David Poole. You can hear music? How are you hearing music, David Poole? What's going on? You can hear music? I want to hear music. This is very, very strange. I'm sure I've done something simple. Let me see. What's that there? Yeah. Hold on a second. I've got a call coming in. Hello? Hello, my dear. Yeah, what are you hearing, Jean? Yeah. And there was music going on. Goodness me. There's nothing now, except for me. You can hear me, can you? Not just on the phone, you can hear me on the wireless. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Jane. Bye-bye. Hey, I'm going stark staring bonkers here. I must have hit something because I've done this great intro to the Shins. Now, we've had this email, Warren, while you've been gone. Sounds good to me, says Dave and Paul. We can hear music, but keep going. It's very funny.
Well, I could tell you about my collection of key rings if you like to, but what I will do now is if I put this fader up here, can you hear some music?
No.
Right. Well, hopefully everyone else can, so bear with me for just a moment, everyone.
What it is? Oh, there. Back again.
Well, that plan didn't
No
work.
music. No music. I think I should... Do you think I deserve a bonus for this?
We all deserve something.
Wait, how philosophical of you, Warren. We all deserve something. Ah, dear, oh dear. Of course, you see, being Easter and the long weekend, management would have gone away, wouldn't they?
I think they might.
By the way, we've made up that 5.5 minutes, which is great. But we've got a break coming up, and I daren't risk disappointing the advertisers. See what I mean?
Well, do you want to go to a break? Are you able to do that?
But what if... Well, I can hit the big next button.
We'll go for that, then.
You think it might broadcast something?
Let's hope so.
Okay.
How do you make the Isle of Wight even more attractive?
Steve Penk's Radio Nightmares.
A priceless Radio Nightmare. Right, that's your lot for this edition of Radio Nightmares. If you do have any Radio Nightmares clips, do send them in. radionightmares@gmail.com. And there's more next time.